So your mic is going nuts again.
Yeah.
So
Damn it, I'm
so
not
anyway,
oil.
so
Okay.
anyway, I'm sitting in there and I show up my usual 10 to 15 minutes earlier than my appointment. Because
Okay.
I respect my doctors, and
Gotcha.
I'm going to show up early so that I don't make them run late.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there, and a half hour goes by,
They forgot you were there, didn't they?
then 45 minutes goes by, then an hour goes by. This is from the time that I've showed up. Then this young lady from another department calls me back. I sort of look at her with a look of bewilderment, and she goes, "Oh my God, are you mad at me? Did I do something wrong the last time I saw you?" I said, "Oh, no, 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 no. I love you, but
Why would
you're
he
not the
ask you that?
person.
That's weird.
I'm not expecting to see." Well, see, I go in and I laugh and I joke around with the young
Yeah.
ladies,
All
with
right.
everybody in there. So, when I had this look of bewilderment, she was trying to discern what the look on my face was.
Okay.
And we get back and she goes, "Okay, well, I'm going to have you take your pants off today." And I'm like, "What?" So I go back, I take off my pants, grab the little paper towel that they give me to hold over, yeah,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Like that's
I
really
just
a barrier for anything. Okay.
Yeah, right, as if that paper towel that's,
I feel so confident with that freaking thing. Yeah.
and so I go and sit down on their thing. She goes, "Okay, well, you'll be here for about an hour and 20 minutes." I'm like, "Wait a minute. What is going on?" She goes, "With me." I said, thought I was only coming in to get my legs rewrapped."
Uh-oh.
And she looked at me and she goes over, she goes, "I thought that was kind of weird they schedule you this late for this procedure because we're ready to close here in an hour, and this is an hour and a half procedure."
Yeah.
And so she gets on the phone, she starts making phone calls. And finally she goes, "Okay, what do you want to do?" She's asking me, "What do you want to do?" And I'm like,
Oh
I
my God.
you tell me what you guys
Give
want.
the man some options.
You tell well, she goes, "Do you want to just have your legs rewrapped, or do you want to go ahead and go through this?" Hey,
What is she
morning,
telling you
Josh.
have to do? If I can ask. I mean,
What it is a full ultrasound of both my legs.
uh,
Okay. And I'm like, "Okay, yeah,
hey,
well,
stop, please. You're too loud. Sorry.
it's yeah, well, whatever you guys need to do, I'm here for." Okay, except I do need to have my legs rewrapped one way or another. And then she pulls up all my future appointments and she goes, "Well, that's funny, but you're scheduled for another one of these ultrasounds in 2 weeks
Yeah, okay. Is
at
that
one
normal?
o'clock at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then with your immediate follow-up appointment with the doctor right after that."
Ooh.
So he goes, "I'll make a bet." She goes, "I'll make a bet that when they got put, because they put in like eight appointments for me all at the same time." And she goes, "I'll make a bet they just made a mistake here. They got a little, they just made a mistake as to when
Yeah.
they got."
That's me,
No,
Joshua. I'm sorry.
that's Ramon's mic, Josh.
I got a fan on because there's no air circulating here, and if I don't have air constantly, I'll die. So, yeah. Sorry. Yes, I'm all right.
So,
Are you all right? Fine.
so just long story short, I ended up having getting my legs wrapped while I'm sitting there in my underwear. Got this young lady. I'm sitting there in my underwear, and this
Oh my
young
God.
lady's
Okay, no,
got on her
guys.
knees at my feet, wrapping
Oh
my
my God.
legs.
The audience is dying to know. Boxers or tidy whities?
Oh, boxers, of course.
Boxers are cool.
I quit wearing tidy whities when I got out of basic training.
Um,
You had to wear tidy whities during basic.
Ah,
I got out of basic and I went straight back to my boxers.
there you go. There you go, people. Here I am asking the hard questions.
So, but yeah, it was just funny. And then, you know, uh, the whole doctor's appointment yesterday was just a convoluted mess. It took her about 20 minutes to figure out where things were at. And I don't, somebody just made a simple mistake when they entered the appointments into the computer system.
It happens. But
Yeah.
at least, your wife doesn't go in there screaming and threatening people's jobs and cursing them out and talking about how incompetent they are and whatever. And then
My
goes
wife
back to
was
work.
my
Um,
wife was at home playing with her dog and cat.
well, you know, I mean, for all I know, anybody could be doing that, but then go and say they did all this crazy shit and then got a high five from her family and her boss when she was done, you know. But hey,
Oh man, I tell you, yeah, some of my favorite videos on the YouTube Shorts and such are the Karen videos. You know, the women coming in with that Karen haircut and throwing fits inside of stores or doctors' offices or whatever. Oh, but anyway.
okay.
Anyway, it was a good day. I mean, came home and roasted some kielbasa, sauerkraut, and potatoes for dinner.
Yeah, I get it. Windscreens. I know. I had one on my last mic. The thing is, they go behind your mic. The fan is on the other side of me. If I put a windscreen to block the fan, I'd also be blocking my own voice. But thank you. Who are J and K? We're all catty listening to you all chat. I don't even know. Okay.
Jan, that must be his birds.
Ah, okay.
That would
That's
be
weird
his.
that it's showing up coming from his mic.
But anywho, so what's your life been like today? Do you have anything fun to report on?
I don't want to. My bones hurt, so I don't want to stand at the stove and make eggs. But I'm nauseous as hell, and I need to eat something. And there's no more oatmeal, and I want to cry because I really wanted oatmeal. So yeah, so I put it on the list.
I put
And bacon. I put bacon on the list too. Although I'll probably never cook it. I don't want to get out.
I did up did I just wanted a slice of toast with cinnamon sugar on it this morning with my coffee, and that was all I've had to eat.
Was it enough?
Oh yeah, more than enough.
Yeah, I'm just nauseous. Ew.
But I'm getting down to the last couple inches of that loaf of bread, so I've got about 6 inches of bread left, so I gotta bake some more. I've been putting it off for 2 weeks, but now I'm at the point where I've got to definitely bake some because that's the last of my homemade bread. That spoils the daylights out of you. Eating bread that you've made that you know versus store bought bread.
Right.
It just spoils the daylights out of you. You go and slice off. Yeah, I'm hungry this morning. Let me get a thicker slice of bread. Or I'm not that hungry. Let me slice it a little thinner.
All right.
So, it just makes life. And then, uh, if you add honey to your bread, like that last batch I made, I added honey
Ooh.
to it. So it had a nice bit of honey flavor undertones to it. Okay, what's that? What's the weather like down there, Ramen? Are you warm?
Pretty
Are you
nice.
guys warm?
It's
It's
actually mild. It's really nice.
it's 47 degrees outside up here right now.
Damn, I would get the schools closed or make school optional.
It's and my furnace has been going nuts today. It's probably kicked on 8 or 9 times this morning since I've been up. Maybe that's why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. It's because I'm not used to having the furnace run. But yeah, moving air is a bear. That's the mic I use has its own built-in filter and pop filter. Hey, afternoon, Fury. Happy New Year's to you also. I cannot believe the people yesterday that I said Happy New Year's to, because I didn't go out New Year's Day, of course. I mean,
Right. Going out is fucking pointless.
so when, yesterday, going around, on the way home from the doctor's office, I stopped at Winn-Dixie, and I said Happy New Year's to a few people. And some of them said Happy New Year's back, but most of them just looked at me, grumbled. I'm like, what the devil? Yeah, we're still in the new. I mean, it's only the second. What's
Oh my god, hold on. Oh my god, I can't do this. Here, I'm sending you something in private chat.
it's only the second of the month,
I know. That's how I feel right now. I'm sorry. That's really how I feel.
Oh, that's cute. I like that. Do you mind
It's
if I
so
post
true.
it? Do you mind
Please
if I show
do.
that?
It's beautiful. But that's currently how I feel. We're not getting that Epstein list.
There you go. That's definitely funny. Fury, I don't know if that's disgusting or what. Hey, Digi, morning. I, I don't know if that's disgusting or not. That gets to me. But anywho, that's okay. Did I? Yeah, I stopped sharing that. Okay, so I can close that screen. I don't know where you got that from, but that's hilarious. You know how I've been saying AI is evil?
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one saying it.
Okay.
I am not the only one saying AI is evil.
Right.
Well, guys, I guess I did it. Everyone's worst nightmare. Someone made an AI dadvocate simulator. I came across this abomination on some site called Talkie AI, where I guess you can create your own AI character to talk and hang out with. And I guess someone made me. Oh, wait, we have to read the description. The Dadvocate, a famous YouTuber and TikToker, gives married couples, especially the wives, to not treat their husbands like dust. She loves to roast those who mistreat their partners. True. She is bright, single, so we write fan fiction now, loves to be creative, and is open minded. She's full of humorous stories for everything. She is great. She is real, by the way. Go look her up on YouTube. The Dadvocate has big natural. Not even I have. How do you even react to finding out that someone basically made like a romance sim robot of you? Like, I'm terrified, but I also know how to take a compliment. Like, I'm sorry, you made a creepy, uncanny valley version of a robot of me? Stop. No, but I was already gonna go up to the cabin this weekend, but now I'm definitely getting offline and touching the grass. Definitely doing that.
Don't go out there. It's a trap.
Ramen, your fan noise is really getting.
It's so far away. Get up.
Hey, tall person being in Alaska, I imagine you're buried in snow. And me complaining about it being 47 degrees, you're sitting there going, man, I wish it was 47 degrees.
Yeah, Joshua agreed.
Let's see, those made up females all look different, but exactly the same. I tell you, I haven't even paid attention to them. Spanky, what's wrong? Oh, neighbor's dogs are going nuts, so he's. It woke him up from his nap. It woke him up from his nap back in the bedroom. The neighbor's dogs are going nuts for some reason. Yeah, that tall person. When I, growing up in Ohio, that's the one thing I hated was on the rare occasions the snow plows came down our road, they would block in our driveways. Have you ever heard a dog sneeze backwards?
Backwards?
Yeah.
No.
It is the weirdest sound. Spanky started making this strange noise about a year ago. So I recorded it and sent it to my daughter-in-law, who took it out to let her friend, the vet, look at it or listen, watch it. And she goes, "Oh yeah, that's a dog sneezing backwards." And I'm like, "What the heck?" It sounds absolutely. Oh, you making me get up, Spanky. Man, I thought I was going to get pulled over last night coming home, though, from the doctor's appointment. I got behind a damn Kia that was doing 8 miles under the speed limit in the left-hand lane. So I finally got a chance to get around them. When they did, I floored it and got up to about almost 10 miles over the speed limit to get past them. And then right behind me comes another car, and I'm looking, I go, "Oh, please don't let that be an unmarked cruiser. Please don't let that be an unmarked cruiser coming in behind me." There's just somebody else trying to get around that slow Kia.
You ever dropped your kid at school and then peel out like you forgot there's a special speed limit around the school?
No.
Okay.
I never.
That was just a coincidental question, no reason.
No, we. What the wife always took the kid to school because
Okay.
it was on her way to work. So she took him to school, and then, of course, once he started catching and then we lived within walking distance of the school, so he just walked up unless it was raining.
Oh
And
man.
on those days, I would take him. But yeah, I mean, for a while we lived in town, and he was. We were literally 2 blocks from the school. So, and to be honest, I loved the house and I hated the neighborhood. But it was what I could afford at the time when I bought it. And with it being close to this school, we thought that'd be a good thing. And it was until the apartment complex right down the road from us went from a standard apartment complex with mostly military living into it to a housing project. And, that kills an apartment complex in a hurry when it goes from a private apartment complex, where you got mostly military people living in it,
Yeah.
to subsidize housing. And the apartment complex that was right next to it, because of that one going subsidized, they lost all their renters in the other complex because they got tired of the nonsense going on. Within 2 years, the other complex was mostly empty to where they had to sell out to the state to be a welfare house. I can't remember the actual name of them, but yeah, I mean, where it goes from 90% military to 99% welfare. Single moms with kids who don't give a damn what the kids are doing. You want the 19th to be, wait a minute. Josh, I'm trying to figure out why you want the 19th to be repealed. Oh, okay. I see what you're
Of
saying.
course.
All right. No, I was misreading it to where if the 19th got repealed, he could afford home ownership. I was going, huh? That don't make no sense. I was in a discussion this morning, peripherally, I was in the discussion this morning, military, on the difference between regular retirees like myself, medical retirees, and medical discharges. Or, retirees with medical issues like myself, I walked out the door with 40% disability. Then the medical retirees, which is usually anybody over 30% disability, but haven't reached their 20-year mark yet. And then those that were medically discharged. And I was sitting there going, I got, and every time I get into one of these discussions in peripherally, I sit there and say, thank God I had a good commander that actually cared for their people. Because when my hospital commander started recommending me to be medically retired at 18 years, my commander brought me up to work for him in the orderly room, to where my physical issues didn't stop me from being productive. Yeah, you're right. It is a good thing it's Friday. And anyway, so let's get done with this. I really want to go see Nosferatu this weekend.
Okay.
I'm just trying to convince the wife to go see it. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to, because she is not a horror movie fan of the classic horror movies. And have you seen the trailers for it?
No.
All right.
All the trailers I've seen are for the Hulu Disney Plus Showtime package. Behold! And then different movies pop up, but no, I haven't seen the Nosferatu trailer. I mean, it's basically a remake of the old movie, so.
Okay, get past this commercial. Here we go. Let me go ahead and share this real quick.
Ooh, you're gonna share it.
Yep. See, William Dafoe's in it. That's one of the reasons why I want to see it.
Come to me. This just looks so creepy.
Any soul.
You've had these spells since childhood. Tell me what you can from the beginning.
When did he get on?
Yeah, really.
It was like a dream. It was opening. When we turned around, everyone was dead. The stench of their bodies was horrible. Standing before me was death. But I'd never been so happy.
This creature is a force more powerful than evil. Its desire is to consume all life on Earth. Only you can redeem us. He is coming.
There is a devil in this world, and I have met him.
But you could never please me as he could.
I just love this. It just looks so good.
I still want to see Last Voyage of the Demeter. I'm going to do that this weekend.
Oh, yeah. That is a decent movie.
It is?
Yeah, The Last Voyage of the Demeter, I watched it. Now, granted, it took me twice sitting down to watch it. Mostly because of the wife, again, I have to watch it while the wife's not home.
Okay.
So, Yeah, Fury, you're right. It is. It is reminds me of a good Hammer film.
I don't really like movie reviews unless it's like somebody I know.
Okay. Did you move your mic away from your, or did you move away from your mic?
I turned just a little bit, but I didn't move my mic. And I'm back facing the computer. I'm guessing the fan is starting again.
Oh, that. Well, Josh, that's fine. I don't. There's some people horror flicks just don't appeal to. I mean, like all the zombie movies that came out and zombie TV shows.
iZombie was good. I didn't finish the entire series, but it was good.
I watched the first two Dawn of the Dead movies. And that was it. I didn't watch Walking Dead. I didn't even make it through the first episode of Walking Dead before I shut it off. And then I never watched another episode after that of that or any of the spin-offs. I didn't. 28 days later, I think I watched maybe a half hour of that.
Oh, they're coming out with 28 years later now.
Yeah. And like I said,
the 28
weeks
later, I wasn't really crazy about that.
Zombie movies just got old. All of a sudden it became the It movie to make and the It TV show to make. And it's like, all right, now.
iZombie was pretty good for that. I didn't finish it though, and I really want to. Then there was that other one. It was military, kind of. I forgot what it was called.
Then they had the one where what was it? A guy was married to a female zombie, and a female was married to a male zombie.
Rita died. That was so good. It wasn't like your typical zombie show, though. It was so freaking good. That was my favorite, and I really hate that. And I'm not a big Drew Barrymore fan, but oh my god, it was so good. Me and Wolverine used to laugh over it because I'm like, oh my god, that's us. Because the relationship was so weird. Like she suddenly became in charge of everything, and he was just kind of toddling along in her wake. Okay, honey, yeah, it was great. Z Nation, that was the one I was trying to think of.
Fury wants to watch it 28 years later. Fury.
I didn't like 28 weeks later. It just. There's some movies, they have a very basic flaw at the very foundation of them that renders them unwatchable. Like with Megan, where the computer programmer that made Megan didn't put any safety protocols for the parents. It's like Megan basically ran herself. No humans were in charge of her, and that's just a basic fucking flaw that anyone with common sense, not even a programmer, would think of. So I had issues with that, but overall it was a good movie. But no, 28 weeks later, man, they let that guy in there unfettered with his zombie wife. Yeah, I can't see how that would go wrong at all. Hey, Data.
Okay, here you go, Fury.
But Z Nation was great though, because every once in a while they'd show that cheese wheel, and oh my god.
Oh my god, Teletubbies.
Auntie, what's going on? Jimmy, sit still, keep quiet, and do not move from the spot.
Keep quiet and watch the TV. Put your kids in front of the screen.
Seven, 6, 11, 5, 9 and 20 miles today, 4, 11, 17, 32 the day before. Boot, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. Don't look at what's in front of you. Boot, 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 moving up and down again. Men, 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 men go mad with watching him. There's no discharge in the war. If your eyes drop, they will get the top of you. Boom, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. Try to think of something different. Oh, my God, things are going on again. Oh, moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. 7, 6, 11.
Okay.
Okay. You know, Joshua saying it's been really weird lately, where I'd go in their chat that I'm a member of, that somebody bought me a membership to, and there's no freaking slot to type to participate in the chat. It isn't that I'm banned. I'm not banned, but there's
Ramen, we can barely hear you.
What the hell? Okay, let me check my settings. I don't know what's
We
going
can
on.
hear your mic. We can hear your fan real well, but we can't hear you. Yeah, I did too, Neil. I got a very German feeling from that.
Is this any better?
Oh, that's a lot better.
Okay. Nah, it's not that the chat isn't highlighted. It's just the interface just doesn't exist. It's very weird. It's very frustrating. And I notice it mostly happens when I'm on the phone. Have you been having this room?
What's that?
Where you're watching a stream, a live stream, and you go to type and there's no place to chat. Like you click the chat bar to pull up the chat. What the hell is that?
That's usually because you've opened, with me at least, it's usually because I've opened off of a shortcut versus opening the actual app.
No, I mean, I'm in the friggin' app. I don't understand why it's happening.
Well, like I said, usually if I close out and then reopen the app and open the app itself, not the notification, then I get it. But, you know, if I open from the notification, more times than not, I do not get the chat bar.
Okay.
Well, Spanky wanted out. He should be wanting in here pretty soon. So I better go ahead and get up before he starts barking. No, that was a good trailer, Fury. It's just not a movie I'm interested in. But then, you know, I didn't watch the 28 Days Later. Didn't watch much of that. 28 Days Later is the one that took place with the vampires up in Alaska or North Pole or something, wasn't it? Where the 28 days, or was that like 28 Days of Darkness or something like that? But you're hitting the road. You heading out, Data? Well, I hope everything's working well for you. You still making all your sales on eBay like you hope to? Oh, you fixed trailers. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, the Truman Show.
I never saw that.
I'm iffy on the Truman Show. A good idea. I'm not and maybe it's because I'm not a Jim Carrey fan.
Okay.
I know a lot of people are. I'm not. Spanky.
Oh my God! Did Spanky just give you a cop knock?
He's I decided he won't. He comes over and lays down in the sunshine. He came up, knocked on the glass of the window, and then went over and laid down in the sunshine in the grass. It's cold out there, dog. What are you doing now? Now he's coming in. He sees me start to shut the door, and then he decides he wants to come in. That's crazy dog, but he's a good dog. We asked our vet last time we took him in how much longer she expects for us to have him, because we've had him now for about 15, 16 years. And she said, just count your days and enjoy them. And it's like, oh, geez, thanks a lot. That's not, that's not very endorsing of a, sunshine, call me in March. Whoa, driving Uber for 7 days a week?
Oh no, that sounds so stressful.
That, watching tell me, I see a lot of Uber vids. Are people really that way where they cancel your rides on you?
Like 10, once they get there.
2 minutes from the destination, then they cancel the ride. Why would Uber allow that to happen?
Well, I got you one better. When my kids were still in therapy and my car broke down, see, all our gated communities in this area, they're all side by side. There's only like a thin wire fence separating them. So what they would do is they would park in the community next to mine. But because they were so close, they would just park up against the fence, and it would log them as being in front of my house. And they would cancel and say that I didn't show up, but I'm calling them. It was Lyft, actually. I'm calling. But look, I can see the driver. He's in the next community. He needs to come into my community. And they would side with the driver, charge me for the ride, and cancel it.
Wow.
I lost so much money with that, and eventually my kids lost their appointments with the therapist because they were constantly either late or missing them. It was that hard to get a driver to actually come in the community and do the job. I would even go to the trouble of going all the way, and it's not a short distance, go all the way to the entry gate, the guard gate, and be like, listen, I am here on the sidewalk, just swing by, come to a rolling stop, and we'll jump in the car and you keep going. But nope. Oh.
Now, Farmer's dog, I can't put Spanky on Farmer's dog. He's on a medicated dog food that it costs us, let's see here, a 40-pound bag. I think the wife buys it in 40-pound bags, and it costs us $60. 60, 70 bucks for a 40-pound bag of dog food. Yeah, it's getting dark here pretty early too now.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's starting to get light earlier than it was. But then didn't we just have a time clock change? No, we haven't done the spring ahead yet.
No. Still a couple months away.
Yeah. Yeah, we just had the fall back. So there you go, buddy. Got you covered up. He started clawing at his blanket on the back of the couch.
Oh.
But I gotta pay attention what time it gets dark. I pay more attention to what time it gets light because I'm up at 4 a.m. So I know the sun is rising about 6:30-ish. Uber takes 60% off the top? Ouch.
Damn.
Wow, that's a lot. I didn't think they took that much. That
Chili.
that's an absolute killer.
That's crazy.
Okay. Can you hear me, Ramen?
I hear you fine.
Okay, that's good because my screen just went black.
Oh no, that's not a good sign.
Oh no, what's going on with my computer?
Did you piss off your FBI guy or something?
No, I don't think
My
so.
FBI guy, Steve. Steve, good morning. I did not say good morning to you, but good morning. I'm sorry about what you're going to see later, but I can't stop it. It's already underway. Anyway. So, what are your plans for the weekend? Do you have any big
We've been
plans?
seeing, Josh, we've been seeing the same vet now for about 10 years. So, I mean, she's a really good vet. And they're not making that much of a profit off the dog food that they sell. We could order straight from the manufacturer a little bit cheaper,
Right.
but it would save us like maybe $5. And that's really not worth it.
Well, if it's $5 a week or $5 a month, whatever, I'd grab it.
Well, yeah, but I'd rather put $5 in my vet's hand and have a good relationship with my vet.
Josh, I think it's more inbreeding. You're not completely wrong, but I think there's a lot of inbreeding in puppy mills and things like that. So
Yeah. And
I'd rather go with a mixed breed. I've always had good luck with those. So
the wife and I were tempted to get a DNA done on Spanky to see exactly what his breeds are, besides Jack Russell. Because he obviously has something besides Jack Russell mixed in with him.
Right.
But no, we really don't know since he was a rescue. Nobody really knows what he was. Like Smokey was, the wife brought him home because he wandered up next to her at work when she was getting ready to leave for home one day. And when Smokey was a little itty bitty kitty.
My mom got her dog. It was German Shepherd, Doberman Pinscher, and Husky. And the parents were AKC registered, but they weren't supposed to be bred together. That dog was the best fucking guard dog on the face of the earth. I love that dog so much. She was so funny and she loved kids and she was just friendly. And then one day my mom ran into an old neighborhood friend, not close buddy, but a casual, friend. And the guy went to pat me on the head. How you doing, honey? Never saw this guy before. The dog went fucking nuts. Like you could hear, like my mom couldn't hold her. She had to get me to take her home, and the whole way home, the dog was walking backwards, her claws clawing at the concrete, trying to get to that guy. It was crazy. No, she was such a sweet dog. I never would have expected that. Whatever. She was. What? You can't wait.
There's a one breed of dog. I cannot remember its name. It shoulder high to a young dog or young child.
Okay.
But the typical coloration on the dog is solid black.
Oh.
And so at night,
Newfoundland?
all you see is no, it's a Russian breed, I believe.
Ooh.
And I mean, it's a big dog. So at night, all you see are eyes and teeth.
It's like my
it's a
ex-husband.
it's a very family friendly, very family protective dog.
Okay.
All right. So, I mean, a young child could walk anywhere with that dog on her side next to her, and she would be perfectly safe. She
Black
could walk
Russian
down the
Terriers. Well,
worst neighborhood in any city you could want, and she would be perfectly safe from anybody physically molesting her. Because they would have to go through that dog first. And on a one-to-one basis, nobody's going to do that. I cannot remember the breed of that dog.
it could be a Russian Black Terrier.
But it's sort of shaggy and fur, so it looks even bigger than what it actually is. They top off the scales like 150, 160 pounds. So it's not exactly a small dog. Caucasian Shepherd, maybe Fury, that may be it.
I love that dog.
Doggy version of 39andMe, yeah. Did you hear? What was it? 23andMe sold all of their data off to.
Of course they did.
Was it 20? I think they said they sold it off to an insurance company.
Of course they did. It's money. SpongeBob and money. Yeah.
Let's see here.
I am so glad I did not participate in that shit. I was offered. I mean, people have offered to get me those kids, but no.
Okay, yeah, here we go. 23andMe is facing bankruptcy. This is as of October, and may sell the genetic data of its 15 million customers.
You're consenting to that when you buy those kits and use them. So read up on those pamphlets. I don't care if they're 500 pages, yo.
Let's see if they've got something here more recent than October. Let's go back the past month. Not as of 15 hours ago, they still haven't gone bankrupt yet. But there's still questions out there as to what's going to happen. Oh, wait a second. What was this? December 2024, December 6th. A judge approves 23andMe $30 million data breach settlement with conditions. 16,000 arbitrating plaintiffs are excluded despite 23andMe pleas that doing so could cost more than $30 million. Okay, let me share this. Yeah, this is one of the reasons, well, besides the fact that, the cops can go and get that information whenever they want for DNA testing. Oh, we linked you by your DNA to this crime scene. And how did you get my DNA? We got it from 23andMe. Remember, you wanted to find your biological father? Well, we found you instead in this unsolved crime from 5 years ago. So, have you heard the left? Okay, I was just looking over here on the side where it says U.S. courts are honoring Jimmy Carter with National Day of Mourning.
What? No.
Okay. A lot. Well, I'm just looking here at the article here on the side of this page I pulled up on that lawsuit. But liberals are absolutely going giddy over the idea that all the flags are going to be flying at half mast on January 20th. Saying that, yeah, the nation will be in mourning once Trump is sworn into office.
God, I hate people. I don't think it's possible for me to hate people enough, but yeah, I really hate people.
Oh, yeah. So 23andMe is still facing bankruptcy. If you're not an elite millionaire who can afford taxation, housing, and an attorney for life, you do not own your children. The government does.
Yeah.
I was listening to another person talking about the Carter presidency. And of course, when I was talking about his presidency the other day, I didn't go back and actually research. I was just going off my memory of the Carter presidency. And boy, I was amazed at how much time has softened my opinion of that man. It's like, oh wow, man! Because I forgot a whole bunch of things that he'd done that were kind of dirty on the sides, besides the gasoline embargoes. Yeah, but I still, give it a few more months. At least let the man get buried before I'm going to talk too ill of the man. Well, Fury, not even really did he do better out of office with what this guy reminded me about what he did. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna let the man at least have his 30 days of mourning and get covered up in dirt or put into his concrete shelter. Wouldn't that be something else in case of a real catastrophic thing? The only things that would survive would be the concrete mausoleums. That would be sad. You there, Raman?
Yeah, I'm sorry. What was that?
Oh, okay. I was saying, I was just thinking, wouldn't that be sad if the only thing that would have survived a catastrophe of some sort would be the mausoleums?
Well, I'd like to survive, but yeah, I see it. I mean, that's kind of ironic considering they're not really alive, but okay.
Yeah. Time to go make the donuts, Data? Yep, go make the donuts.
Oh, I love jelly donuts. I want a jelly donut now. I'm actually surprised it's one of the few things Walmart does not sell, jelly donuts.
Damn. You're absolutely right. They don't sell jelly-filled donuts, do they?
I mean, every once in a while they used to, but not. I'm in a call. Go play. Yeah, I know. I wanted to strangle you. Now, please go play. It sounds like I was up for 2 nights. Yes, he was. He had me up for 2 nights too.
I'm really thinking here, if I gotta be baking here today and tomorrow, why don't I see if I can pull up a recipe for some donuts, for some yeast donuts? That'd make the wife. No, the wife would be mad. Oh, she'd be mad at me if I made some yeast donuts and used her strawberry jelly as filling.
Raspberry, man, that's the best.
She would be, yeah, but I'd be using her strawberry jelly.
Oh, I gotta put that in my cart. Damn.
What, strawberry jelly?
No raspberry jelly.
Oh, raspberry.
Raspberry jam. There we go.
Yeah, I've been buying strawberry rhubarb jelly.
Oh. Walmart does make red raspberry preserves, and they're pretty good.
Red raspberry preserves.
They're really good. I'm sorry.
They don't have much of a flavor to them, though.
No, it's okay. Damn.
I don't know. I don't even know what I want to make for dinner tonight.
I've been saying I'm gonna make a roast for like a week now. I'm finally gonna do it later.
Ooh, really? You gonna doing it in the crock pot?
No, I'm gonna do it in the oven. I got rid of my crock pot. I gave it to somebody.
Oh, elderberry jam. Yes.
I never had it. It sounds so good.
When I was a kid, my grandfather had a raft down on the creek, and every fall, us kids would go down there with 5-gallon buckets and take the raft down the creek, getting the elderberries that grew on the sides of the creek. And we would fill up probably 8 to 10 5-gallon buckets with elderberries, and take them up to my grandfather's house. Then they wouldn't let us kids do it because it was too easy to bruise them. But then he and my older sister, my parents, and my grandma would sit there on the front porch and take the elderberries off the vines, and they'd make elderberry wine and elderberry jelly out of it.
Nice.
But we'd do that every weekend. Go out there and gather elderberries until there were no more. Then he'd go down to make certain that we didn't miss any. He would get on the raft and go down there. Driving Eber Alles. Don't forget the umlauts over that U there, Data. Now that would be a fun stream to live stream to do.
What?
Doing a driving Eber Alles live stream when he's driving his Uber, and call it Eber Alles. That was when I was in Germany. That was our squadron's motto. Eber Alles. So I've still got one of the big patches that the pilots wore on the back of their jackets with the Eber Alles on it. So let's see here. Let me see if I can, if this is even still a thing. And images. Do they have the patch? There's that one. But that's not the patch I want. Okay, scroll back up. Here we go. Open image, a new tab. There was our squadron patch in Germany. Yep, that's showing up. Yep, overall, yes, sir. Well, I've got one or two of those patches still. I've had since at least 1984. So some of my prized possessions I brought back from Germany with me. I don't have my wall hangings anymore. I don't have my flaccata rugs anymore. I don't have there's a lot of things I don't have that just got worn out or damaged or lost. But I've still got that patch. Was an R block for an iPod player with a FireWire plug. Oh, the redheaded woodpeckers. Yeah, my wife, she's a real Cardinal fan. And have you ever noticed if you go buy anything that's got cardinals on them, they've always got all the cardinals in their bright red plumage. Well, those are males. They never show the female cardinals because they're a dusty brown, almost a khaki colored. So, yeah, if you saw brilliant red, that most likely was a male woodpecker you saw. Oh yeah, they're pretty for considering what color they are. I know that's if somebody took that out of context, that'd really sound racist as hell, wouldn't it?
Oh my God.
Yeah, but they're pretty even though they're only brown. Take it out of context, that could sound pretty racist. So somebody could make me sound really racist with that. But that's something. Since I've been on this only working 2 nights a week, it's been a while since I've been called a racist or a cracker or any of those other nasty terms. I haven't had a woman roll her, do that neck roll thing at me in a long time. I guess when you never see anybody.
Yeah, it really helps your worldview, I'll tell you.
It really makes your night. When you can sit there and watch 4 or 5 episodes of Mission Impossible without interruption.
Yeah.
And
I can't because I'll get into one episode of something I'll hear screaming out of my phone. But yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing this after midnight, so between midnight and 4.
Oh my god!
But yeah, let's see what did I just buy? I just bought another TV. I was looking for The Man from U.N.C.L.E., but they wanted too much money for it.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
For all the
I can't
episodes.
find the bread. I bought pumpernickel bread and I can't find it.
Oh no!
Somebody did something with it. I'm it's $5 for a freaking loaf of pumpernickel bread.
Yeah, you're right. It's not cheap.
Just want some toast. This ain't right.
Okay. My son wanted the Crisis trilogy.
Video game. Okay. I now have to do the one thing I said I'd never do, and I have to ask my children if they've seen the bread.
Oh, I know what. I just bought the MacGyver TV series.
Where's the pumpernickel bread? The brown bread, the pumpernickel bread. No.
But yeah, I just bought the MacGyver TV series. That's I think that's another 7 episodes. No, 7 years worth of the classic MacGyver. Not that abomination. But I got that, and I got I got the 4 seasons of Highlander too, with Adrian Paul. Unfortunately, it's the American version, not the European version. Oh yeah, the Invaders. Yeah, you're right. That does still work. My wife loved Tim Allen and Tool Time. I could put up with it.
Bro, man.
I could put up with Tim Allen, but the wife really loved Tool Time. We had a rule about no TV at the dinner table.
Oh yeah.
But then, if if we didn't time dinner right, she'd sit there and watch the Cosby Show and Tool Time while we're eating dinner. Oh, I do not blame you one bit, Fury. Diana, the original Avengers TV series was fantastic. Much better than that remake. God, I can't even remember. I don't even want to remember who did that remake movie. That was absolutely horrid. Well, it's like when they did remade The Saint with what's his name?
I don't even know. I'm trying to think. I keep thinking of Val Kilmer for some reason.
Val Kilmer. That's exactly it. It was him. They remade The Saint with Val Kilmer, the movie, and he just absolutely ruined it. Josh, what show did you find a little corny? Oh, the MacGyver?
I like MacGyver.
MacGyver to me was fun to watch in that I'd sit there and because all of his little stints that he did, you could actually do if you added 1 or 2 more steps. They never showed everything needed to pull off like the explosive item that he made. Or whatever device he construed, they always left either a step out or a couple steps or a couple ingredients off.
Well, they didn't want people doing this stuff at home,
Exactly.
Oh my God, who the hell is calling me this early?
So I would sit there and try to figure out what step or what ingredients they left off
Hell, look at you.
in order to make that happen.
Oh my god.
That was one of the fun things.
Yeah, it's like a little puzzle.
The guy that played his boss, I can't remember his last name, first name Dana.
Okay.
Or was Dana his last name? But anyway,
I don't know.
I liked him, but then I'd liked him in TV shows quite a bit. Oh, Airwolf. Come on. No, Airwolf, no. Airwolf was great show, TV show. There is nothing corny about Airwolf. Jan Michael Vincent and Ernest Borgnine.
Oh man.
Okay, and Ernest Borgnine always reminded me of my dad.
The only thing I've seen him in was that movie Marty. I kind of like that one.
Who, Ernie? Ernest Borgnine?
Yeah.
Huh.
You never heard of that movie?
Well, Bernie?
Marty.
Marty. I can't say that I have.
It's just a little black and white movie. This middle-aged guy's living with his mom. She's constantly nagging him to go meet girls or whatever.
Okay. Now I know what you're. Yeah, now I know.
It's underrated. That was a good movie.
That's from 1955.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just looked it up real quick on IMDb. Yep. Okay, yeah. That's the Ernest Borgnine, Betsy Blair, Joe Montel. Wait a second. Okay, I've got to share this. And okay, I'm looking at the cast crews here for that movie, Marty. Okay, got Ernest Borgnine, Betsy Blair, Esther McCarty, Joe Montel, Karen Steele, Jerry Paris.
That name sounds familiar. He kind of looks like Dick Van Dyke.
I was just going to say, that's Dick Van Dyke. There's no way.
That I've got your screen like maxed that I keep trying to scroll down.
That's Dick Van Dyke. That's not Jerry Paris. Or they got the wrong. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, they're using this is Jerry Paris in the background.
Okay, I fell for it. Okay,
I did too until I just saw
Yeah, you gotta look at it differently.
Okay, they got Jerry. They got talk about sucker. Sucker punching you.
Could you imagine being Jerry Paris or one of his kids and looking at that leader in your life and thinking, oh my God, those bastards put Dick Van Dyke in front of me. I've been in movies you think they'd have a picture of me or screenshot something, but no, that's the only thing they can get. Man, I'd be mad.
Well, it's like poor Karen Steele here with Rockford in the background.
Oh,
holding her. Okay, yeah, I mean, come on, you couldn't find a better picture of her, of just her. You got to put him in the picture.
Good picture. I mean, it's very flattering.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great picture,
with
but
that picture. I mean, it's not like anybody would mistake me for the guy in the back, Hey.
Well, that's true. I'm not much of a first shooter. I don't think I've ever played Call of. I know I don't think my son played Call of Duty, the first one when it first came out.
Okay. I never played
And
those. It seems like there's a lot of trolls in those games, and
well, that was back when I would be listening to him play in his bedroom, and I've always made him have the door open when he played so I could listen to him.
well, we had our computer in the living room, and when my son played GTA 5, he plays the campaign, so he doesn't play the online. So I'd hear him and, my daughter in there, and she'd be like, steal that car because it's red. That's her favorite color. She'd be like, steal that car. He goes, no. Steal the car. He goes, no. Then the cops will get me. And they were arguing, and she was bossing him and everything. I just it just seems to make me laugh.
Well, I didn't let my son have cable in his room, but I did let him have internet for his PlayStation. Okay, it was only hooked up to either his PlayStation or Xbox, whichever one he had.
Okay.
And so he could sit back there and play Call of Duty or, play the games on his computer, on his PlayStation or Xbox, on his gaming unit. But I always made him leave the door open so that we could hear whatever he was saying.
Right.
All right. I mean, that was the compromise. If you want to play this.
The room doesn't have a door, so I'm kind of lucky there. I can hear everything.
Well, I told him one time, he kept shutting the door on it one night, and I went in. I said, do you want me to take the hinges off?
Oh, wow.
And he looked at me and goes, what? And I left the room, and I came back with a hammer and a punch and started pushing started to take it off the hinges. Oh, no, Dad, I promise you, I'll keep the door open from now on.
It wasn't video games that had me suspicious of my kids. It was other noises. Like, okay, I'm sitting in the living room and I hear, oh, and then a muffled voice. Then, oh, okay. And I went in there. I peeked around the corner. She was in one of those giant Tupperware bins, because that's what I used to pack their stuff in at that last move, with the lid on. And he was shoving her across the floor, and she'd crash into the wall. And she'd be going, oh, good. You know. It wasn't scary. It was just disturbing. They always did the weirdest shit when I would be streaming. That was the problem. Or the time she called 911. I could hear her talking. Yeah, my dog. Buddy. And I'm like, what's going on? Nothing. Click. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I go, are you on the phone? No. And the phone rings back, and she's like, no, don't answer it. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to answer it. Yeah, ma'am, this is 911. Did you find your dog? What? We don't have a dog. You don't have a German Shepherd named Buddy that went missing? My daughter had a huge love affair with German Shepherds, and she had gotten a little paperback pamphlet from her school with the title Buddy, and it had a German Shepherd picture on the front. So, yeah. It was real specific. Her dog named Buddy was lost, and she wanted help finding him. Yeah. Or, one of my son's teachers gave him a photo of the two of them together, and she put her phone number on the back. I'll miss you too, blah, blah, because we were going to like a whole other district or whatever. So I hear my son talking in the room. My daughter dialed the number to the teacher and made him talk to her on the phone.
Oh, the teacher loved that.
She did, actually. She was like, no, I'm on break, so I'm glad he called. We miss him over here. Yeah, he's a very cheerful little person, so. Yeah, we've actually battled. You ever see the old Tom and Jerry cartoons where you've got angelic Tom on one shoulder and devilish Tom on the other, and they're both trying to. Yeah, that was me and my daughter battling for my son's soul one day. She would get him to do stuff for her that I would never allow. Like I had the toddler proof doorknob handles, the
Right.
ones that so he could open them though. He could open the doors. And I heard her. I was passing through the living room on the way to the kitchen. I hear her going, "Open the door." I'm like, "Don't do it." It's the front door she's talking about to get outside. And I'm like, "Don't do it." She's like, "Open it." And we're both going back and forth. Open it. Don't do it. Open it. So he looks at her and he looks at me. Of course, because she's the one in charge, he opens the fucking door. And I'm like, "Why did you do that?" And he's like, "Well, she told me to." Like he's helpless. Oh my God. That child, man. She had to exert her authority.
I remember playing Doom when it first came out,
Okay.
and Doom was really, a fun game. Well, I never played any of these other games. Duke Nukem. I did
I
play
never
Duke
played
Nukem.
those.
I played Doom and Duke Nukem. That was about it.
You ever play a game that was like seemed like that other people thought were scary back in the day, and you look back at it, how could anybody ever be scared of that?
Such as.
Anything, like anything that had like a jump scare or something creepy or whatever, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's so scary." And then 10, 20 years later, you're like, "I don't understand what was scary about it. Why everybody was freaking out."
See, I never found any game scary.
I have. Oh my God. Phasmophobia scare. Oh my God. We were playing Phasmophobia, and this ghost chased me all the way on the lawn. They're not supposed to be able to leave the house. And this mofo chased me all the way. I don't know. I was almost to the van when it killed me. It's not that game hacked me. It was not supposed to be able to do that. For a long time, I had a screenshot of myself laying face down on the lawn, dead. It was so
Didn't somebody we know used to stream that game?
I did.
You
I don't
did,
play it
okay.
anymore. It's hard to get into a lobby now. If you're not like level 200 or something, you can't. I let somebody else play on my account. I didn't want him to go too. I said, just play for a few minutes, get me past level 50. I was like level 20. I was like level 25 or something. And I woke up and I was level 158 or something. I'm like, get off my friggin' account, and oh my God.
I thought Monkey used to play that game with
Yes, he did.
with
Jack, and he'd had people jump in too.
yeah.
I played with him a couple times. It was fun, but no, not anymore, man. I can't do it. That's very stressful. I think what was
Well, him
really
and Satsu used to play it a lot too, I thought.
Yeah. I think one of the scariest games I played that I would still play if I had a chance now would have been Left 4 Dead. There's a part in the first map where you're going through the train station, and you're going up some stairs, and you stop at a doorway, and you can hear the tank breathing. And if you have the subtitles on, it'll say tank breathing. So one of the bosses is there, and that was so freaking creepy because it's dark, and there's a big enemy around the corner, but you have to go because you gotta proceed. Now I can just run through it, just run past it, and go to the next area, and let the rest of the team handle it. But that used to be so freaking terrifying to me. I don't know. Ooh, sharks in video games used to scare me. Like big time, like Tomb Raider 2. I mean, you look at it now, it's all pixelated and crackly and everything. But man, they had sharks at the beginning of that level. You were dropping into the ocean via helicopter in the Antarctica, and you'd swim for like a half a second, and you'd see sharks coming at you, and it used to scare the hell out of me. And I saw a playthrough, huh?
Now, see, I used to play. There are some games I played where I get mad because there'd be they'd be throwing so much at you.
Yeah.
You didn't have a chance of winning.
Unless you have like a team or
right. Well, playing solo, you just didn't have a chance of winning.
Right.
Because they threw so much at you constantly that it just was like, okay, and you expect one person to beat this? How?
right? And there were Tomb Raider. You got the secrets and everything you got to pick up, and there are secrets underwater, but you go to get them, and just going through that area triggers more sharks to come out. And let me tell you, when I got that game, the Megalodon thing was just discovered, and there were all kind of specials and Shark Week and all this. And I used to have nightmares about that shit. Between the game and the specials, it gave me nightmares. And I look back on it a while back, I'm like, why was I ever? This doesn't even look like a shark. It's just this big, just pixelated, crackly looking thing, and But man, when I came out, I was terrified.
Now, Ninja Gaiden was I had that for my handheld unit that I had, and I liked Ninja Gaiden.
Okay.
I had that in one of the Batman games.
Okay. I tried to play the original Resident Evil on a PC port, and the controls were really fucking awful. I was like, no, I can't do this, and I gave up.
I could never. I sit there and watch the playthroughs on those, and it's like, what here is. I just couldn't find anything within those games, especially Resident Evil, that would draw my interest enough to play it. But there's one of them where you had to go through this tunnel, but if you weren't careful, you got sliced into 1,000 little pieces from the laser beams or some wires or something.
That sounds like that movie Cell. I don't know if you ever. It's the one where people are trapped in a space and they can only go like for a few steps forward or whatever. And one guy was off by himself, and lasers went through him and cut him into cube-shaped pieces, and he slowly began to fall apart when he stood up. I was like, that was creepy.
I tell you, that is such an old thing. I mean, that was in the old Tom and Jerry movies.
Oh yeah.
Tom would get sliced up, or the dog would get sliced up. Never Jerry. It was either Tom or the dog.
Yeah.
End up getting sliced up like that. Jerry usually got away with murder.
Oh yeah, he was secretly evil. Joshua, I tried to remap the controls, and that game was just it was not a good port. Now I played like anything with 2-player Resident Evil with 2 players. I love the hell out of it, but it still scared the hell out of me. I played it with a partner, but oh my god, because you start out separated at the beginning and you gotta find each other. Oh, that's not fun.
Maybe that's why I never got into it, Josh, because I just didn't. Now, I'll tell you the one game, though, and thank you, Robin. Thank you, Ramen.
You're welcome. What?
That always got to me was Dragon's Lair.
I love that game. I like watching other people play it, though.
That game always, you'd think you'd have the pattern down, and then all of a sudden they'd switch it up on you as to what set of screens came next. So you'd think you'd have the pattern of screens coming in at you, so you'd know what you needed to do.
You thought you memorized the pattern, but you hadn't memorized the pattern at all.
And then all of a sudden they switch it up on you. It's like, oh no, what the hell?
They sold the DVD of that so you could play the game on your DVD player, and I got it for my son. And both my kids fell in love with it. And my daughter would sit him down and make him play so you could watch the cartoon game on the TV.
Right.
She would make him play it. Oh my god! I'd get up in the morning. Good morning, guys. Summer break, and he'd get up to go. He's like, no, you have to finish. She'd be telling him, making him. Oh my god, that poor boy. She had him conscripted.
I still love that game though.
I
Thank you,
lost 4
Ramen.
quarters to that game in the 80s, man. I
Now
could have bought some serious stuff with that game.
the two games that I lost a lot of quarters to was Tank and Pac-Man.
Oh, Pac-Man.
Oh, Asteroids. Asteroid was another one I lost a lot of quarters to.
Oh man. But for me it was Dragon's Lair and Space Ace.
Yeah, well, the reason why I always thank Ramen, because through her I was able to get a copy of it, of Dragon's Lair there, Fury.
It's on Steam.
And it is such a fun game to play. Yes, I do still play it, but it is such a fun game to play. It does wonders for keeping your mental acuity up.
Oh my god, Gauntlet. Oh, needs food badly.
Battlezone. That sounds awful familiar. Was that a rip? Wasn't Battlezone a rip off of Tank?
I don't know. I never even heard of Tank. But Rampage. Gauntlet and Rampage were in every convenience store in Astoria. And oh my god.
Oh, Rampage, yes.
I love Rampage, man.
Okay, Tank video game 1980s. There we go. Oh, I'm thinking of Battlezone. All right, never mind. Battlezone was the game I lost a lot of quarters to in the 80s. Let me share that for you then. Maybe I called it Tank because that's what you were doing, we're driving tanks. But yeah, that's the one I lost a lot of money to. Well, I played that in Germany, so that's where, because I couldn't find it when I came back to the States. It wasn't as popular here. But on the Air Force Base, the NCO Club had it, the dorms had it, the NCO Club had it. And I'm talking they'd have 2 or 3 of the coin ops there, because there's always a line to play them. Even the NCO Club would have them, the Airmen's Club would have it, and we called it the Gulp and Gallop, but it was like a fast food joint. Wasn't marked, McDonald's or anything like that, but you could go in there and grab a burger or fries or something real quick and then head out, and they had it in there too. But yeah, that was a fun game to play. Lost a lot of quarters to that game. Battlezone was the third Atari Vector Vision. Yeah, the Defender set up music as your ringtone. Oh, okay. My dad, he got us the original Atari Pong game.
Oh my god.
because, and the only reason why he got it for us was a very good friend of his, a guy he grew up with. He had bought it for his kids. Well, his kids did nothing but fight over it. So he sold it to my dad for half price.
Wow.
And my dad gave it to us as a Christmas present. Yeah, the original Pong. Yes. And he told us, he said, now listen, he told us how he got it. He goes, and I will sell it if I hear you kids fighting over it. Because, there's 5 of us kids at the time.
FAFO.
And it's like, okay, yes, sir. When my dad, he made a comment like that, if he said, I will do this if you do that, there was no, he wouldn't really do that. No. If he told you he's going to strip you buck-ass naked and whip you with a tree branch, if you did something, you better believe he made you strip down to bare-ass naked and while he grabbed that tree branch. If your arcade doesn't sound like this, okay, Fury, I don't know if I really want to open that or not, but I guess I will. First thing I got to do is open up my channel on YouTube so I can get to it. Well, I'll tell you, the way I am, my stomach's feeling like I chugged a half gallon of milk this morning, but I did not do that. Oh, Fury, I hated that sound growing up.
Oh.
The sound alone was enough to keep me from playing this game. The sound alone was enough to keep me from playing that game. Even though I have to admit, the one game I enjoyed playing that everybody hated was Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I didn't even know that was a game. Wow.
Yeah, well, and what it was is old Indy was jumping pits with his whip.
Say, was that like Pitfall? Yeah.
Yeah, it was sort of like Pitfall.
Another game I never had.
Okay, Game Gear is what I had.
More games added to its roster.
I had Game Gear. I only had 2 games for it, and that was, like I said, Batman and Ninja Gaiden. And that's the only 2 games I needed. I never completed either one of them. But those were the Game Gear fit perfectly in my field jacket pocket. So I could, especially during exercises, and when we were sitting in the sit around and wait mode and everybody's bored out of their skull, I just broke out my Game Gear and always had extra batteries with me and sit there and play it. But it fit absolutely perfect in my field jacket pocket. PSP, what is a PSP? I have no idea, Josh.
PlayStation Portable.
Oh. And Fury, I have no idea what that General Instruments AY38910 polyphonic FM synth. Wow, that is a real mouthful. No, I never had a PlayStation Portable either. Maybe my son did. I know I didn't. But I didn't. When my son was young, the only time I was ever on my computer back in my office was when I was either studying for my WAPS exams for getting promoted or studying for my insurance license. But that was about it. I didn't even play my video games that much because I was wanting to, I was either working or spending time with the family. Because I was especially after the kid was born because, try and support the family. I was working 2 jobs or working 14-hour days on one job. So what little time I had left over, I wanted to spend it with the wife and kid.
Yay.
I did electronic engineering too, Fury, but mine was in a different direction from video games. Mine was all aircraft related for the most part. Aircraft and component repair. So that's something that makes me sad about today. Very few people actually do component repair. So few people do it that actually YouTube channels actually make a profit from people doing nothing but watching them do computer repair or component level repair, circuit board level. Okay, come on, computer screen. You can keep going another 10 minutes. All I asked for is another 13 minutes, computer. Okay? Computer screen is starting to go dim on me again. Yeah, component repair was easy. Just spent a lot of time, trying with a little fan going to blow that solder stuff away from you. Fury, I've been looking at the price of new laptops, and to get one that would be that I'm just that person. If I'm going to buy a new laptop, I'm going to buy what's not necessarily the very top of the line, but just 1 or 2 steps below. And even so, that's going to cost $2,000 anymore. I really don't want to spend that much because if I spend money on a computer, on a laptop, I want it to last me at least 5 to 7 years, preferably closer to 7 years, to where I can say, yeah, I got my money's worth out of that laptop. And this one is pushing 6 years now, and I think I paid $1,400 for it. So I'm getting down close to that $200 a year or $20 a month.
Yeah.
Which to me, okay, yeah, I've got $20 a month. I'm getting my money out of the computer.
Same.
Okay. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I'm going to spend $2,000 on a computer, that's Whew,
That's crazy.
that's a lot of money.
It really is.
And how many years is that going to last me before the computer programs and such outpace it? And like I said, I don't have a place to set up a home station. Yes, I know I could get a home unit, a desktop unit, a lot, same quality for cheaper.
Plus, you can upgrade it yourself as you go along.
Right. But then turn around though and say, I don't have a place to set it permanently.
I love my desk so much.
I mean, my laptop after I'm done with my stream, I close it up. I'm actually it's on a cutting board with a floor mat on top of the cutting board. And then I've got one of those I've got a contraption that you can that keeps it up off so it gets plenty of air circulation around it. And when I'm done with the stream or done with it for the day, I close it up. I take it back to the bedroom and I set it on a table and it stays there. And then when I get up in the morning and I get ready to do my stream, I bring it out, set up my little table, pop this on top of it, plug it in, and I'm ready to go. Oh, the troubleshooting, you're right, Josh. It was the troubleshooting is what I loved it. Sitting down and one of the things I would do with troubleshooting is I would sit down with my schemats and I would trace out using highlighters, fine tip highlighters. I would trace out the individual circuits and say, okay, if I'm doing a power circuit, okay, I'm going to shoot first here for power. If I got power there, then I'm going to shoot here, number 2, or number 3 will be over here at this test point, to where I could save myself a lot of time in looking over, because I was mostly having to troubleshoot VCRs at the time. Panasonic, Sony, Sanyo, and was Samsung. I don't think Samsung was in the VCRs at the time. But yeah, those are the ones I did a lot of time troubleshooting on. So I'd sit down and pre-plot all my troubleshooting points for checking, because that way it made my life a lot easier when I actually had to go and troubleshoot one. I already did all the hard work. I can never figure out why, when they wrote the troubleshooting manuals and such for those, they didn't already have all that stuff annotated in. All they gave you was the schematics and parts list and said, here you go, figure it out for yourself. Wow. Fury, it sounds like you had a good. Oh, yeah, I forgot about JVC and Pioneer.
Oh my God. Yeah, most of our VCRs were JVC.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about Pioneer and JVC. Oh, Gold Star. Oh, I hated those pieces of crap. I absolutely hated somebody bring in a Gold Star, anything for me to work on, and I'd almost want to throw up. They were such pieces of crap. They were horribly misnamed. They should have been named copper painted turds or copper turd instead of Gold Star. So, Grundig, I didn't do too much with Grundig. Sasho, I didn't do much with them either. I saw them, but I didn't do much with them. Radar was so easy to work on. Radar is extremely easy to work on once you understood the principles behind it and what each component does. And for the most part, you didn't, being colorblind didn't mean squat because your screens are in green and white or black and green, one or the other.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, RCA was a decent brand. RCA was the
RCA is still a decent brand.
RCA was that was your Jetta Volkswagen, it wasn't top of the line, it wasn't bottom of the line. It was right there in the middle. Almost everybody could afford RCA.
That's still a good brand. My kids got RCA tablets with keyboards, and they are really awesome.
Yeah, I mean
they're only like
good.
$60.
Yeah, it's a good, solid, mid-price, system. I mean, you're not going to get anything spectacular out of it.
No, but they were big screens. They were really,
Yeah,
really high quality. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I got nothing against them.
No.
I got nothing against them at all. It's a good, solid piece of equipment. So yeah, there is nothing wrong with them at all. But like I said, working the radar systems was 9 times out of 10. Pilot would tell me what his radar was doing, and I didn't even, I did, but most times it was just because I didn't want to get in trouble. I did, but most times I didn't even need to go out and troubleshoot the jet. I could walk out with the part in hand that I needed to fix the jet with, just from what the pilot described. So, you design it. Yeah, if you're in there playing with wiring and reading, some certain things, yeah, you're right. Somebody who believes green and purple are myths. Have you tried those glasses that supposedly let colorblind people see color? I mean, they've even got glasses now. I think we talked about them last week, or maybe I was showing the wife them for blind people that describes objects or reads to them what's on a packaging. So, it doesn't have to be in Braille. It actually reads the packaging to the blind people, and then it's fed to them like my headsets are. You don't have it's done through the temple. So, have you seen those glasses there, Raman?
I've heard of them, but I haven't seen them.
Yeah, you can actually buy them on Amazon for under $400.
Damn.
So they're not that expensive. They really aren't. I don't know how expensive the color corrective glasses for the colorblind are.
That's a shame.
Glasses for the colorblind. Okay. All right. Anywhere from $80 to $999. So I guess that would determine how many colors it lets you see. So 5 best glasses for colorblind people.
Uh-oh.
100, yeah, I mean, again, the pretty wild range here, starting at $49 on up, depending on the manufacturer. That's pretty wild. Lenses are filter specific, but most of the crap you see online are just, yeah. Well, I figured that anything under at least $200 wouldn't be worth crap. You know, they may let you see red and green, and that's about it.
Okay.
You know, for traffic lights and such. Spanky got bored and he wanted to go back outside again. Hey, it feels like it's warmed up out there. It's not as cold as it was. But then it's also 11 o'clock, so
Yep.
the sun's just about at its peak for the day for us.
Yep.
And what's he do? He's going out there and laying down in the sun.
Of course. That's the life.
Yeah, he just went out and laid down in the grass. So, well, when he's ready to come in, he'll come in.
Man, that was my favorite time of day. In the middle of the day when my bed would have that big sunshine spot in the middle, I would just go nap in it, and the kids would pile in with me, and we would just be a pile of sleepy nappers. It was great. I miss those days when they weren't too big to take a nap with mommy.
Okay, yeah, it's up to 60 degrees. So, yeah, he's more comfortable now than out there than what it was when it was only 45 degrees.
I can't imagine in Florida saying it's up to 60 degrees. That sounds so strange.
Well, when I got up this morning, I mean, it was 47 degrees when I got up this morning.
Yeah, it's 72 over here, I think.
So, all right, ladies and gents, I've got to run. I got another doctor's appointment I got to head to today. Let's see, who am I seeing today? Oh, good. I get to see both. I'm seeing my neurologist today and next Thursday. Okay, yeah. Next Thursday, I will not be streaming. I will be having tests done at my neurologist. So, just as a heads up, I get to go see a neurologist next week. Yay! Fun, fun, fun! Till the doctor took my T-bird away.
Oh.
Yeah, and I get to tell him how many times I hit the ground over the past 3 months since my last time I seen him. You know, if you're afflicted with something, there's no such thing as an unhealthy amount of knowledge.
Come here, baby.
It's like I was,
Yes,
you know,
come here.
I was apologizing to my doctors
Plug this
yesterday
back in.
about asking questions about my legs, and
Thank you. Go.
like last time you wrapped my legs, you did it this way and you used this. How come you're not doing that this way today? And it wasn't, I'm telling them how to do the job. I was just wanting to know why there was the difference. And when I asked about a certain material that they used last time, the guy looked at me and goes, "Damn it, I knew I forgot something." And I apologized to him. Oh no, he goes, no, don't apologize. You're perfectly right. I forgot that I needed to get that to put on your leg, because it was my appointment yesterday got all bollocksed up, as you probably heard at the beginning of the stream. So, well, I don't think we said or did anything to get today's stream killed. So, and as I've said in the past, if you ever can't find my stream here, go look at Rumble. It may be sitting over there. So, everybody, have a good day. Enjoy yourselves. The weekend is here.
No, it's too soon.
Any words of wisdom before we head out the door, Ramen?
No. You're looking at me for wisdom? How old do you think I am? No.
29 for the third time.
That is the age I was born. That is the age I will die. Okay, yes, that's correct. I'm not fucking Yoda up in here with wisdom and shit. No.
Who put the... Okay, Fury, you...
So go! Like people are trying to fight her to get there. What the hell, girl?
Thanks, Rama, because that joke started to go over my head. Neurologist. I got to go, and this guy could actually go in wearing a Nehru jacket, and I'd fit right in. And y'all don't even know what a Nehru jacket is. So,
oh my God.
Y'all have a good day. Enjoy yourselves. Be with the ones you love, and love the ones that you're with.
I ain't got bail